Good morning. Week 22 of the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. Let's see what we've got this week. So we've got, pop that over there like I normally do, people. So I found this illustration in an old book. Looks like a bridge opening. Could be the Brooklyn Bridge actually, looks very similar. Have walked across that myself, so it could be that. Something that turns or spins, which I found hard to find. Couldn't get my head around it. So I've got this stamp with wheels on the car. Something that starts with the letter G. Well, I've got this pattern from the dress, I guess it is, might have been. And that's the G is green, because I painted some green paint on it. Book page text, I've got this, but it looks a bit sad on its own, so I've got this other bit of paper, which for some reason I just love. So I'm just going to staple those together and use it like that. I don't know why, but I just prefer it better. And then a date. Now this was in the front of a book. Don't even have a Shannon in our family, so I'm not sure who it is, but it's Happy Birthday 1990, so I'm going to use that. Alright, let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to stick this down onto here, but you'll see that I leave this here because my idea at the end is to fold this piece back over a part of the collage. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Don't know if it's going to work out, but we'll give it a go. Just to finish it off. Now this won't actually come apart, so I'm just going to stick the whole thing down. It's paper thin anyway, you know what these tissue paper is out of patterns. It's very unforgiving, rips easy. So I want that over there. Just to cover over what was already on the book. As you know, this book that I've got has got writing on every page, which can be annoying, to be honest. Right, let's just make sure this is all stuck down here. I don't know about you guys, but I love using the illustrations in these old books. Just looks, they're just cool. Have to excuse my voice. I keep losing it. I've had a bit of a cold this week. So I like that about there. So I'm just going to play around with it first to see what goes down. I think it was about like that. And I kind of like that across the corner. And then to tie it in, I'm just going to put my stamp there. So the first thing to go down will be the date. Guess I didn't need to stick the whole great big thing down, but I find that it helps to stabilise the whole thing when you've got bigger pieces in the background. Now normally I would ink this, but I'm thinking that my piece of paper is going to go over the edge of that anyway, so I'm not going to bother with that now. Okay, the next piece will be this, which is our people. Yeah, I struggled with the something that, what is it, something that spins or turns? Yeah, turns or spins. I just couldn't find something. I thought of a wheel and a clock. Goodness me. As you get older, a clock certainly spins. Right, let's pop this here. And I'm not worried about a little bit of the Shannon sticking through. So that's good. And this will come around about here, I think. I just really like the gold on that. I don't know why, but it's funny that, isn't it, when we're crafting, you just get a notion that you want that on the actual thing that you're working on. I like that, and I really like the pattern coming down the side here. Don't even know what it was from. I think it was from another collage, or... Oh, I know, I did... Yeah, I did one of those many things that we're all doing, those prompts for the day. And I think I had a Chinese woman with wings, and I think this was around the outside. So yeah, that was what that was from. And then my stamp, I might just do around that, just in case it doesn't fully cover it. Or I decide not to use the paper. Alright, so I'm thinking about there, coming over. So how's everybody this week? What have we been up to? I keep losing my voice on and off. Seems to have come back okay again now. But yeah, hasn't been good. One of the grandkids has had chicken pox, which is not good. We never got it, thankfully. The kids kept them away from us, which was good. But yeah, never know what the kids are going to catch at school. Alright, so that's pretty good. That's how I wanted it. Now let's test this out. I'm not going to do 2 sheets. So I want to actually rip off that back piece because it'll be too thick with both sheets. But you can see with this, you can still kind of see through it. But I think it'll add interest to the edge of the page, especially with this writing here on the pattern as well. So what I'm thinking of is just sort of ripping it so you can still see the parts of the collage. But coming across. I don't know whether to leave that bit going up there actually. Let's try that and see what we think. Yeah, I think that might work. Alright, I'm going to try it with a glue stick, but I have got Mod Podge on the side there just in case. But let's try this and see how we go. Whether I need any more glue or not, and whether it's going to work just with this. See, when it sticks down, it sort of goes invisible, and then you can crease it up. I just love how these letters here look along the bottom as well. It's quite cool. I really want straight lines, as it were. What's happened to that? That's gone and folded under itself. There we go. Oh yeah, because that is doubled up there. Okay, you can see what's happened now. That's alright. Stick it down still. And then stick some on here. Kind of still want to see my gold sticking through, as soon as I made such a big deal about adding it. There we go. Alright, well I'm quite liking that. It is kind of doubled over here. Alright, I'm going to let that dry off and then see if I need to add some gesso to it just to highlight a couple of the creases. Okay, that's it dried, and I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. It's really kind of textured here, just there, and along here, and here. So yeah, really happy with how that turned out. Looks really cool. Alright, but I'm loving the gold. So I'm thinking I might get a little bit more gold just to touch on here. Not too much, as you know how it is. So I'm going to go and grab that. But I like that. I like how the stitching goes up here off the pattern, the writing here. Yeah, and sort of how it sort of fades that side of the page and just leaves us with our collage, which is the important part. So yeah, like that. Alright, seems I've used up all that gold runny paint, so I'm going to use just this acrylic gold paint that I've got. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here so that I don't go overboard on this side. And I'm just going to use my finger and just highlight just a couple of areas. It's not as gold as up there, but it will kind of just still bring out a couple of the creases that I want to highlight here. And of course, less is more. And that's the hard part, isn't it? Stopping. I don't know what you do, but say like with that, I'll now spread it all over other bits of paper so that it doesn't get wasted. Yeah, I don't think I want to do any more than that, so I'm going to leave that, dry it off, and then I'll give you a little close-up. Can't forget my candles. Alright, let's have a little close-up. So, I can just barely see the gold. I didn't do too much. But I quite like, see here, there was already ink underneath anyway on the green. And so I just added a tiniest little bit of gold down there. Can hardly see it. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how that turned out. And that's week 22, people. Something that turns or spins is the wheels on the car on the stamp. Something that starts with the letter G is the green in the background. Book page text is here. A date is 1990 is there. I didn't use the bonus. Alright, that's me for today. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Hope you have a wonderful week. See you later. Bye-bye.